Okay everybody, so today I'm going to show you how to make a mouse trap out of a simple bucket and a dowel and a couple of scrap pieces of wood. Now the bucket and the dowel you can pick up at your local home improvement store. Scrap pieces of wood you can pick up there too. If you don't want to be cutting wood as much, you could use something like a yardstick. So I started doing this, trying to make the video, and I put the holes too high. So I'm going to show you how to do this the right way. Just ignore the hole that's a little bit higher up. The first thing I'm going to want to do is I want to have nails that can go through these holes to hold my dowel in place so that it can spin. So you want to find a drill bit that is just a little bit bigger than your nail that you're going to use. Not a lot bigger, just a little bit bigger. And I'm going to put these holes right above where the bucket gets held onto by the carrier, or by the, I don't know what you call it, the handle. Just a little bit lower. Right there. And do the same thing to the other side. All right. Now this is a dowel from a larger dowel. I measured across the diameter of the bucket, and then I cut it just a little bit short so that it can fit inside the bucket like this. And then what I did is I switched my drill bit. The drill bit is about the same size as my nail, and what I do then is I start a little pilot hole for the dowel. I don't want to drill too deep into the dowel. I want to be able to put the nail in there and then have it bite some into the wood. But sometimes when you're driving nails into wood, it'll cause the wood to split. If you pre-drill it a little bit, that can prevent that from happening. So pre-drill. So assembly, put the dowel rod in, and you push the nail into place a little bit. Go to the other side, push the nail into place, and then you want to hammer those in a little bit so they stick to the dowel quite well. I am going to use a hammer, and I'm actually going to back it with another hammer. Well, that side went in great. This side, great enough. And just check to see if that spins. You want it to be able to spin freely. If it's rubbing, you want it, then take it apart, sand down the edges a little bit, and get it to spin freely. You know, in fact, I think I'm going to make that just a little bit shorter. Whoopsies. I'm going to make that just a touch shorter around the edges, because I do not want my mice getting away with free meal. I think if I take this down just a little bit, that'll be less likely to bind up. Probably should have just taken it to the chop saw and cut it off a little bit, but that's all right, man. Or lady. Whoever's watching, thanks for watching. Once I've already got those holes kind of drilled, I can. Okay. Almost just push it in with my finger. Let's try this again. That spins a lot better. Okay, so it should be able to shuttle just a little bit and then spin freely. And this is the trap. So the idea is the mice will come up to the trap, they'll try and get the bait, they'll fall in. Okay, so the thing you need though is you need something for the animal to get up to the bait. So for that, I have these these boards. This is just an offcut, I think, from a 2x4 or something. Just some scrap wood. And the idea is it's going to be a little ramp that goes up and just lets the mouse dangle down and get on the spinny thing here. This is just going to fall off unless I give it a little lip. So I cut off. Let me move this. So I cut off just a little bit of this, and I'm going to turn it that way to make a little lip. But again, I'm always nervous when I'm using nails, especially on a small piece of wood, that it's going to split. So I'll pre-drill. Get nervous when I'm doing videos and paying attention to if I'm in frame or not, and then the next thing I know I'm drilling into my table. That is never a good feeling. Got to do 2 of these. Well, I don't think you have to do 2 of them, but I'm going to do 2 of them. Uh-oh, where's my other offcut? There it is, way over there. I don't know if that was the offcut that I meant to have, but you know what? It's going to work. Okay. So now I'm just going to put these. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Put these in place here. Grab a few more of my cheap little screws or nails. Grab a few more of my little nails. And just hold this in place. Tack these in place. It's easy enough, right? It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. Do the same thing here. Whoops, that was too easy. There was a reason for that. I missed the hole, or missed the wood. Let me just get those started with my sacrificial thumb. I think I'll be okay as long as yeah, that one I got to come in at an angle on that one, or I'm gonna have a problem here. Right. Just clean this up just a little bit. Mice are pretty tricky because they can climb just about everything. I'm going to put a few scratches in here though, just to make sure they can get some good purchase. So they should be able to climb that no problem. Yeah, that's got enough roughness that they'll be able to grab it with their little micey toes. All right. Don't like how much that nail is sticking out, but I do like how much that spins, so that's good. Okay, so just gonna grab some peanut butter. And you just put it on the, whoopsies. Put it on the dowel rod. Now at this point, this is not gross at all. This is just made in the workshop. And this can be your wife's favorite peanut butter. It was cute actually. I was doing this project and then one of my sons came out with peanut butter. He wanted me to seed the trap. I normally wouldn't choose to use chunky peanut butter. I think smooth peanut butter is a little nicer, but of course that's how I make my sandwiches too. I'd prefer smooth peanut butter. Of course, I don't know. Some days you want a little crunch. All right, so there we go. Now if you want, you can put a little bit of peanut butter on the trap rails too, just to kind of lure them up. I've never actually tried that on mine, seemed like it just worked fine without it, but these are for a friend. They are having a problem with mice eating stuff in their house, so we'll see if it works for them as well as it worked for me. All right. So then the final configuration, this just sits here like that. Another one on the other side. The mice, it's hard for me to set it up while I got it in my shop here. But the mice will just walk on up, try and get the good bait, fall right in. I found this to be highly effective for me. Got rid of 4 mice in 2 days, which was great. No mess, you just pick it up, dump them out, and you're done with them. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you back on the next project. Bye.